204 point, stop moving, 204.4. All right, guys, today is Monday. Back to the gym today. Usually I take the weekends off. Tomorrow is going to be exactly 4 weeks from when I tore my pec. Now, a lot of the swelling has gone down. You know, when you first glance, when you're looking straight on, you can see that this side is up a little bit further than this one. Like this one attaches out here. This one now attaches up here. So it absolutely throws off my symmetry from the front. But let's fix this fucking camera angle. You guys can see where I'm at now. So 204.4 is where I'm sitting at now. This is what my physique looks like. Of course, I haven't been able to train heavy at all. Not even, I wouldn't even say heavy. Like, I haven't even been able to train with weights that, you know, would be considered challenging whatsoever for the last 4 weeks. Legs I still go all right with. The rest of everything else for 3 weeks. 3 weeks I was doing one arm everything. So one arm pull downs, one arm rows, one arm presses, one arm laterals, one arm curls, one arm push downs. Everything was with the right side of my body. Last week, I started able to actually start using this arm. So I would do one arm pull downs, like reverse grip pull downs. Then with this side, I would do one arm reverse grip pull downs with this side, which I'd use a little more weight with my right side than my left side. I'm still using a lot less weight with my right side because what I'm trying to do is bring my strength down this way while the torn body part, so this is the good body part, the torn body part is kind of maintaining, right? And we're bringing the strength down until it meets, like Dave Taylor was talking about, and then we can move forward. Well, now we're kind of here, right? So I want to start to move forward, but to move forward, the torn body part has to get back into the regular using of weights that are a little bit heavier and challenging, which today will be the first day back trying that. Technically, I'm about 4 weeks ahead of schedule. Now, even Erin the other night was saying, and she works in a hospital, she's been around people after surgeries, that's what she does. And she was like, you heal very fast. Like not even, I mean, yes, the BP 157 and the TB 500, they help, they absolutely help. I feel like they probably give it a good 30-40% kick in it. But even before I ever touched any of that stuff, like when I would get tattooed, and my tattoo artist would be like, you heal so fucking fast. Now, the one thing I could chalk it up to is I'm always hydrated. I try to drink enough water all the time, which, you know, it's important to stay hydrated because your body needs water. The micronutrients and the macronutrients, I eat right. Like I don't eat a lot of garbage. I don't eat stuff that slows my system down. My body is very efficient at rebuilding muscle, repairing torn tissues, repairing, you know, skin cells, stuff like that. My hair grows extremely fast. My nails grow extremely fast. Basically, my body's doing really well as far as utilizing the nutrients that I give it, and that helps you heal faster. You know, so a lot of people that take time off the gym when they get injured, they're like, well, fuck it, I'll go back later and, you know, I'm just gonna take this time off, and they eat like shit, they blow up and get fatter, they heal slower. So I'm in the gym, you know, I tore my pec, I was out of the gym the next day, which was a scheduled day off. Thursday I was back in training legs. So technically didn't miss any workouts. I missed a few meals here and there where I could have eaten more that day, being busy, forgetting and stuff like that. But we're gonna get back in the gym today, and for the first day in a month, try stuff with both arms, like 2-arm reverse grip pull downs, 2-arm seated rows. As far as like pull downs go this way, I'm still like feeling a little bit too much of a stretch in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use the 2 hand grips around the outsides here and pull, you know, through that direction there. And we're gonna try to keep this vlog short because the longer the vlogs are, people don't fucking watch them. When you got a 25-minute vlog, not many people watch it. And I want this information to get out there so that people that are injured and having problems can utilize this and learn from it and apply it to what they're doing. So let's take our Titan Hercules and Ultra and let's say today's back. So we're gonna do Intracell, Mega Pre before, and then we'll take Perfect Post by GAFD Labs afterwards. And then we got to train our clients and stuff. But really, this vlog today is about getting back to training within a month of tearing your pec and moving forward. So let's get to the gym. The gym, and this beautiful woman is here. I've never met her before, never seen her my entire life. But she was at the gym, and if you had to pick one of your favorite, what's your favorite YouTube channel?
BioS3.
BioS3. Now, I didn't tell her to say that because I've never met her before ever. And what is it? Like, you take supplements?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your favorite supplement company?
GIFD.
Even though it's not even.
Have you heard of it?
Even though it hasn't even put the supplements out yet? See, I did not tell her to say that. You got
Great content.
All right, guys, we head back into the gym now to start the first full workout. I'll tell you what, I was super excited to just be able to go in and train today. Like, I can't explain to you guys enough how excited I was.
and it felt so good to be back, with full movement of my arm and being able to use both arms and stuff. Of course, every workout, even on leg day sometimes, depending on if I'm running late or not, I'll do my rotator cuff exercises that help strengthen the rotator cuffs. Here's the right arm. Now, when I move on to the left arm here, 2 weeks ago, I couldn't do this. Like, I couldn't move the arm like that. Literally didn't have that range of motion. And the external rotation came around first. Like, I was able to externally rotate the arm like this. But when I switched to the internal rotation, which I don't know if you're really aware of this, I wasn't. But the pec actually contracts in the internal rotation. And I mean, I kind of like never really paid attention to it because I didn't have the injury. So basically, I never really felt it like that. And here I adjust the camera a little bit to get the that seat out of the way. But I really never felt it like that before until I tried to internally rotate it like a couple weeks ago. And I noticed like it didn't just hurt, but you could feel the pec flex. You can actually see it under my shirt flex as the arm moves. And of course, it's a rotator cuff exercise, but this just goes to show you, again, other muscles come into play when you're working certain things that stabilize and move limbs and things like that you probably don't even think about. So I did a couple other, warm-up exercises, rotator cuff stuff, and some rehab stuff, which is just boring stuff, so I didn't put it in here. And went right over to the pull-down. Now, I usually start with a pull-down or chin-up. I think it's going to be quite a long time before I actually get to the chin-ups with my body weight, but what I did basically here was start out light. So there's only like 3 plates on that cable, which I don't think you can see it, but it's like, I think like 30 pounds or 30 kilos or whatever the fuck it is. It's like 60 pounds or something like that. And what I'm trying to do is just pull it down slow, making sure that I'm not feeling any pain, any kind of discomfort in the pec, which, does brace and stabilize when you train back. And again, I wasn't feeling any pain, no twinging, nothing. It's a lightweight, making sure I get a slow range of motion at the top. And I see that face, it's not the pec, it's actually the burning of the lats. Because the lats have not used this type of weight, which is still only like 60 pounds, it's not used to it. So therefore you get in there and they start fatiguing like almost immediately, and it feels like, you're like, holy shit, it's only 60 pounds, but it feels like, a lot more. It's like you're starting from scratch, like the first time you were in the gym. You move on to the rows. Again, there's very little weight on this, but last week I was able to do the one arm row, one arm at a time, concentrate on that, but I really had to brace myself with the other arm. This week, I'm able to do both arms at the same time, which is how I usually like to do this movement. Me personally, I have a tendency to, even when I'm trying to keep my form right, if I'm doing one arm, I have a tendency to kind of twist a little bit and use a little bit of momentum, even if it has a chest support on it like this. So a lot of times I will totally do both arms like this, feeling like I get a better contraction in the lats. And, it just overall, it's just better for my lower back doing something with a chest support on it, or a support there for your chest. Moving on here, you can actually see, if you look, my right bicep compared to my left bicep. Now you can see the right bicep, there's much more definition in it. It looks harder than the left one. You can tell the left one's a lot smaller. And you can see that little hole in my pec right there up at the top, which wasn't there before, which is very strange looking now. But this machine allows me to get that full range of motion. And again, I'm not going all the way up because I feel a little bit of stretch in the pec. The idea is not to stretch it too far. Stretch it to where it's comfortable. And you feel a slight discomfort, but you don't want to feel any pain. Like, you don't want to feel any injury pain, nothing tearing, anything like that. You want to keep the range of motion where you're not feeling that, because, again, it's the first workout back. You're not going to go in there and blow through this workout and crush it. You're going to get in there and feel your way through and see how it feels and what you can do and what your limitations are. And hopefully, week to week, it gets better. So every time you go in the gym and train, it'll get better and better. Moving on here, you can't see my feet, but these are the one-legged, one-arm. I call them stabilization rows. Technically, it's a functional movement, helps with the stabilization of the core, balance, etc., etc. I've been doing these in my workout now probably for a good 6 months or so. And the idea is you don't use a lot of weight, but you want to keep the movement going. You want to keep it moving like that so that your body has to stabilize. So you are still working the muscles, but at the same time, your body's stabilizing differently than if you're doing one-arm dumbbell rows or seated rows or anything like that. So although it just looks like a row, it's much more than a row while you're doing these. And when I first started doing them, it was very hard. But now it's like, I'm using such a lightweight right now, which I should probably be using maybe 30, 40 pounds more than what I'm using here. But right now, we're just going to go as light as we can just to make sure that we have full range of motion, full functionality, no pain, and we're on the right track to getting back to being 100%. So if you look here, you can actually see my lats. Look underneath where my rear delt is and my trap and the rhomboids. You're going to see those lats bouncing. Like, they're actually twitching and twinging because they haven't used any kind of weight like this in about a month. So my body has deconditioned, or quote-unquote detrained, which is a real thing. Like, a lot of people say, oh, you're not going to detrain in a month. bullshit. You know, when you literally are in there at a high level training all the time consistently for it's probably been 25 or 26 years, you will decondition pretty fast. You know, your muscle mass may not look much different, but your body composition changes and, you know, the muscle does start to atrophy. Finishing up, seated calf raises. Now, I personally like the seated calf raises. They don't hurt my back. I can get a good contraction on them. I get a good stretch. And you're going to see me use a technique here because it's a super light weight and I couldn't actually pick up more weights to put it on here. So even though I'm back training, I'm still avoiding picking up something too heavy that might re-injure the area when I'm not ready to be picking them up. So you see me do some slow reps and contracting, and then you're going to see me do something called ratchets, which ratchets are a very, very intense type of training. Okay, they're a super intense technique, and hopefully it's right here so you guys can see it. Nope. Okay, this is more just regular toe raises. And eventually I go into them right, I think here. Here we go. So it's up 2 inches, down 1, up 2 inches, down 1, up 2 inches, down 1. So each rep winds up being 7, 8, 9 reps within that one rep. And I learned these from Optimum Training Systems long time ago, to where you could use a lighter weight and increase the workload volume-wise and not have to increase the workload as far as weight goes. And you would still get, you know, a great pump. You get, you know, a great feeling in the muscle. But training like this too much, of course, it's a high-intensity training technique. It's very advanced. You will fry your central nervous system quick. So that was the whole workout. I finished up with a little bit of abs, hit my cardio, and that was it. So hopefully you guys, I don't know if this is going to help any of you or not, but I am super proud and super happy to be in here, you know, just doing what I love to do. Once it was taken away from me for a few weeks, you know, I realized I really, you know, need to pay attention to what's going on because I don't want this to happen again whatsoever for any reason.
Just like that, we're done with back today. One thing I noticed big time is because we increased the weights a little bit, I mean just slightly, the muscles fatigue very fast. And you know, halfway through the workout, like my lats are shaking. You could feel the muscles fatiguing to where they don't want to do much. So now, finish up with some cardio to help train our clients. Today was a good day. Back in the gym, training both arms, feeling good, which is always, when you're feeling good, you're one step away from getting an injury. So I gotta go easy, be careful, and play it smart, unlike before. But I guess you could say is I learned my lesson. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And remember, the comeback is always greater than the come up. But don't call it a comeback, because I never left. We're out. So we get to the gym, and this, I've never met her, right? Never met, like she's at the gym, I have no idea.
Hi.
So what's your favorite YouTube channel?